Right, I've set the camera up, but it's pretty damn awful as far as weather goes. I don't know how long I'll keep it on for. I'm setting up and whistle's gone. Hope you can hear me. See what happens. Right, I'm behind as usual. Bit of bread out. Just gonna get organised because I'm literally all over the shop, prattling about trying to set this up. I don't know what the camera position's like. I don't think it's too clever. One of them days when I'm rushing around like a bit of an idiot. Took a bit of time, the camera wouldn't connect for some reason. I'm going to try on a bit of bread. I'm going to sling it out there, see what happens. Oh dear me, there you go. See, definitely not organised this morning. I wanted to feed me pole line, but I'm going to self-fire a little bit on that. In one of them days today where I'm rushing around a little bit, so we'll see what happens. Ouch, just first bite of the day is me, so that camera's going to get a bit wet. I think it's supposed to get wet, so I'm not going to panic on it. So we're just going to start same as everybody else, I reckon. It's going to be a bit of bread on a hair. Just going to pull it out and see what happens. I've gone slightly deeper water to start with. Got a very tiny little light rig on, so might be a little bit too light if I'm honest, but literally, and I just realised I haven't got my bloody catapults out. Guaranteed I'll get off my box and it'll go round. We put a bit of water on my ground bait. Like I said, I'm absolutely unorganised today. I'm going to squadge that down a little bit. Oh, there you go, see? Give myself a bite already. My little 9-foot rod on. Let's see if we get a line or anything quickly. We're getting the catapult out. If it goes round, I'll kick myself. Sorry about the noise. I don't know why I'm rushing, because I have a funny feeling nothing good's going to happen for a little while anyway. I'm hoping the rain stops. As I said this morning in my first little clip, the half the lake was frozen. Oh, right. I'm gonna get some few micros out, which I'm gonna cap in. I've got a couple of lines I'm going to fish a very light strung out rig, short. And when I say short, like 6 metres throwing maggots, that's going to be like a tiny little bit of micro, tiny bit of our silver's dark, skimmer dark. Going to fish, I'm going to settle down now, going to fish 30 metres slightly to my right, pinging a few maggots. I'm going to fish almost straight in front, tapping in a few micros and a little bit of this ground bait, and I've got a 11 metre line to my right. I've got a bit of open water there and a bit to my left, but I'm going to concentrate on my right a bit more to start with, tapping in some micros and a bit of corn. That's sort of a positive line, which I'm not expecting too much to happen with, but literally pinging a little few, literally that's it, a few maggots, let them know I'm there, and it's going to ping, literally, I'm going to put a cup on as well, I'm just going to, that's it, just going to, no more than that, and I'm just going to hope something happens. I'll give this 30 seconds, then I'm going to cup in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this in, and just going to pop that onto my rod rest. I'm going to get this out, and I'm going to just get my little tiny weeny bit of ground bait for my first skimmer line. Let's try not to ping this everywhere because it's a bit like, I've been a bit like that this morning. I'm going to drop that in anywhere I don't want it to go. It's lovely and wet, of course, today. You'll probably get your pole joint sticking. Right, it's going to go on my 30 metre join, which is basically going to be, get this right because I'm a little overshot, right. So I've got a line here. I'm just going to put that in, literally one little tiny drop there, and then I'm just going to take off this section a minute, just while I put some, literally on this line it's going to be, I've got my rollers in the wrong place as usual. Right, I'm worried about the pole sticking together today. There's some micros, this is going to be a little bit positive. It's away, so it's not going to affect anything. This is just going to be in case. Okay, this is on the 11 metre joint, and it's just slightly to the right of my cup. And that's that, right. Okay, I've got a bit of feed out there anyway. Now we can go back on this. I'm going to need a pee actually. Yeah, if the camera's going to get soaking wet, I might bring it in. I don't want to ruin it. I might turn it off for a bit. Right, I'm actually going to switch to a bit of corn because I've got a funny feeling bread's going to be a waste of time today. I don't know why. Sometimes you get these feelings. So I'm just going to put 2 bits of corn on my hair because I fancy giving that a go. I've got a silly little carp in here that might just have a go. I'm not going to feed anything out there. Literally, it's just dropping it out there. Not exactly accurate because it's a bit of a chucking it all around your peg, really, trying to find something. I won't give this very long. I nearly went a bit gung-ho and set a method up, but which can work when it's like this, you know. A little bit of bait out there, get a bit of a splosh. Sometimes, just sometimes, it can make a difference. I've got Liam next to me today, again. My top supporter on my channel. He likes a shed. He was looking forward to the kitchen, but unfortunately that wasn't very good. The camera was rubbish. I just realised that my microphone's completely facing the wrong way, so excuse my noise. Trying to, hopefully that's not too loud and distorted. We'll sit here and give this, just trying to see what you're looking at. A little bit dark, I'll try and brighten it up when I edit it. I need to do a download as well. Some new footage, some new firmware. Anyway, we'll give this 10 minutes just to see if we get any liners or anything, and then we're going to go out and try and catch what we can, because it's going to be that sort of day. And excuse me, I'm having one cigarette. This will be the only one of the day. I deliberately don't bring much with me so that I don't smoke. Keep trying to give up. Crazy situation when I don't smoke at all when I'm at work. Yeah. Sit here and you think, oh, I'll have a fag. I've also climbed up 2 edges. I only did it because it was it's a nice depth for the winter, and I've got a bit of room, and then big carp do come and have a little nose around sometimes, so I'm got it just in case. Yeah, everybody's sitting there hoping that it goes round early doors. Haven't seen anybody catch anything yet, which is making me think I need to. Got my pinkies all wet. It's a disaster that is. Look at that. Pinkies everywhere. Just because when I cut in some bait, I got them wet, and my maggots were a bit damp as well, and I don't know why, because they were in a sealed lid. I mean, for me, I feel a little bit like, yes, it's been freezing cold and it is going to be hard, but I want to be a little bit positive. Just a little bit, you know. Just got some dead maggots which are still defrosting. Some corn. Some of our lovely expanders. These are the ones I had Tuesday actually, which I oiled up, so a little bit tougher, which works well. So far we've not had any signs or anything. So this is going to be a boring one to film, probably because not a lot's going to happen. It might be a case that I just take that camera off the stand, get it out the wet, and I'll handhold it every now and again, do an update. I don't think there's going to be a lot of action. So I think I'll probably turn it off in a minute. Get the camera out the wet, just to save it. Get it out the wet, so keep it dry. And maybe when it stops raining, I'll set it up again. It's probably the way to go, because it is starting to hammer down. I've got my rod locked in, so it ain't going to go anywhere. Famous last words. I already feel like I might need to just get a fish in a net, whether it's a roach or a little skimmer or something. Just keeping an eye on where I put that little tiny bit of ground bait in. I think today could end up being just a cad pot, 2 lines, a little nugget of our skimmer mix with a single red on the hook, and then over to my right I've got a little 4x10 strung rig, which I think might be better. I think I might get up. I'm going to get up, I'm going to move the camera and have a pee, because nothing's going to happen for, I reckon, a good hour. Right, I'll sign off and I'm going to see you guys in a little while. And basically I've just thrown a bomb and called out again. I had a sniff on that. Not much since I spoke last. We started catching some skimmers to my left. We're now at 109. My best line so far has been fishing an expander, 4mm expander on the hook. Tapping in a few micros, a little bit, literally a little tiny weeny bit of skimmer dark. I fed a line to my right, corner micros, but I've only seen one carp caught, and that is Louise on peg 18. She's had one about 5 or 6 pounds, which is well done, Louise. I haven't got a clue what else has been caught, I'm completely honest. If I ping maggots to my slight right, basically what's happening is I'm getting a little tiny roach, and not a better one. And I'm sort of thinking, do I just do it? But I think I'm only going to end up with about 4 or 5 pounds doing that. Well, I'm not catching a lot at the moment. I just feel I've always got a chance of getting a silly fish fishing this line with expanders. I'm hoping that some better breams sort of rock up. But at the moment it is hard. It's very brave if you want to sit out on that tip. And there's not a lot happening on the pole, but at least you're getting your bite, and keeps you interested. What's noticeable is feed this line where I am at the moment, getting lots of little tiny dinks, but them silly little skimmers that just scatter about at the bottom. I look at them as like mini piranhas when you put a bit of bait in. They sort of go scooting around like loonies, and you get silly little dinkies and little knocks and dinks, and your float moves about, but you don't get a proper bite. I'm just doing updates really. As I say, it's 1 o'clock-ish now. I haven't got 2.5 hours to go roughly. Sun's come out. As I say, oh, right, that's a skimmer. Anything's welcome. I feel like I should have probably fished a little bit lighter elastic, but you've always got a chance of them slightly bigger skimmers, and I don't want to be too soft. So, and that's fair looked as well. So that, oh no, it's not. Just the line had gone under its belly, so it is hooked fair and square. There you go. So, and in a top lip. So I won't say fairer than that. But that's what it's a bit like at the moment. You sort of one of those situations of you carry on just doing what you do. Oh, I can't believe it. Can't believe it. guy to my right has got a big carp on, a proper one. So he's spoilt the party now. Because now I'm going to have to catch a carp to do any good, because Louise has got one, now he's got one. So that is, and I think they strap might have one. So we're going to get into that situation where now I'm going to have to catch a carp. So I'm going to have to change my match, I think. That is really frustrating. But that's the trouble on this lake. It's exactly what happens on this lake, you know. You can catch, you know, plug away, catch 7 or 8 pound of skimmers and God knows what else. And you think you're doing great, then that happens. Somebody catches a 10 pound carp. So that's 2 carp caught I know about in the section. So, you know, the only chance you've got is if he doesn't get another one and you start catching some fish. That is the gamble. At the moment, those size skimmers that I'm catching, they're too small. I'm not going to catch a weight of them. Not unless you can get one every put in and it's like proper fast and furious, and not like that today. So, decision time. I've had the bomb out twice, it's not moved. Just going to see what he does. He caught that on the tip, I'm trying to see what he's putting on the hook. Might be on bread, you know. Like I say, on this lake, you know, you can do this, fish for skimmers, you've got just as much chance of that float burying and you hook a carp. It's just a case of getting it out on your light gear. So I'm just having a little look. He's fished and chucked a bomb over to the edge of the island there. I know what he's got on the hook, but I think it's more about fish location than what he got on the hook, to be honest. I don't know, I think he's standing in for somebody as well, because I don't recognise him as being on the lead. Apologies if you watch this, I don't know who you are. But that's a bugger. So I'm going to have a quick go on my corn line. I'll keep pinging a bit of corn across. That's all you can do. Not much you can do. It's just what it is. What it is. Oh, there's a bite. A little bite. It's a sign. I'll put a little bit of ball there. So that was a decent bite, and I missed it. I'm being very careful on the feed because it does seem to me that you feed a bit on one line and then Liam's just had another half decent skimmer. That's a bit of corn out there just to let them know I'm there. Thought that was going to happen. Right, I really need to up my game a little bit here because Liam's just had a decent skimmer and I think he's at 2 or 3 now, which good for Liam, not good for me. I've got a funny feeling Ake's catching as well. Ake's good peg. Chris Taylor said to me this morning he thinks Ake's going to win this lake every round, and he knows it better than I do, so I wouldn't argue with him. I'll keep putting a few maggots in, you know. All of a sudden, oh, all of a sudden the temperature's just risen a little bit. That might be enough, because it's been miserable. But you don't want to, just because you're feeling warmer, don't mean that the fish are feeling warmer. You see what I'm getting at? It's very easy to get overconfident. Jack the lad now, he is next to me with that carp in his net. But yep, as it goes, fishing this match at the moment, not a lot to report. Carp to my right, a few skimmers to my left. Louise has got a carp on 18. Apart from that, after that, I don't know who's caught what. I reckon I've got maybe £3 if I'm lucky, which is not good. I said I'd settle for £20 this morning. That's still the case. Oh. Now, I don't know what this is. Got a funny feeling it's going to be a little tiny carp, as in 5 ounces. Be nice if it's a decent skimmer. Schoolboy error there, really missed me roller. Found that skimmer, I don't believe it. I was going to set this out and have a little evaluation. I definitely saw, I thought, a bit of movement out on that line there, so I'm just going to leave it there. A light little bomb, possibly too light now. He's got a decent fish opposite me now. Looks like a carp. Now we're really in trouble. Right, I'm going to sign off again now, because there's absolutely nothing happening at the moment, but I'll do an update when something good happens. Alright, bye for now. Now, last hour, and I'm struggling like mad. I've got hardly anything. 3 carp have been caught. It's difficult to know what to do really. Can't get by on anything now. You know, you sort of keep thinking, right, I'll have a go for the carp now, and you have a go, sit there, and that tip does not move, or whatever you have a go on, try and get a carp, nothing, you know, just nothing happens. No liners, no nothing. People that have had one just out of the blue. So whatever happens, I'm being beaten by 3 people. I think Moon's beaten me, so that's 4. You know, nothing you can do. It's winter for you, you know. It's just frustrating, but it is. Unfortunately, it is what it is, as they say. So I did bump a skimmer. I've done another little ball of ground bait. I fed an edge just ahead of it. Probably won't even go on it. I'll have another go on my carp. Call 9. Stoke ones there. Giving up on the loose feeding maggots, because all that's happening is I'm catching like micro roach, and you strike and literally they ping off almost. So I've given that up. It's gone back on an expander. I just want to get some bites really, you know. The temperature's dropped again noticeably. At least the rain stopped, so I've managed to film a little bit, but there's not much to see. It's a bit boring, so I can only sort of say it as it is. winter fishing, isn't it, you know? So to say, I've not seen any movement at all out across, but then people that have caught carp haven't either. They've just, fortunate enough, it's gone round. I still think you've got just as much chance of catching one doing this as anything else. I thought there might have been better today. To be honest, I haven't got a clue. I don't think sitting it out in a method or anything, I don't think that'd have been any good. Wouldn't have been any worse, but I don't think it'd have been any better. You know, I did have a little run of fish early. They just died. You know, it just died on me. And like catches these little tiny skimmers, you know, which weigh nothing. Literally, they weigh nothing. But better than nothing, as they say. I've decided that the other thing is it's no good to keep striking at these little tiny, you know, these little skimmers. You've got to wait for a proper positive bite, and that's it. You strike anything else, all you do is just foul hook them a little bit. I say foul hook them, there's this little one in the fin or something. It's because they're swimming. I think they're just scattering around and the peg like darting about, and you get all these little dinks in movement. They don't settle properly, so when you're striking at false bites, and that's when you foul hooking occasionally. No, it's not like you foul hooking loads, but every now and again you do, and you think like, oh, bloody hell, should have left it. So I'm just, I had a dink then. It was quite a positive dink. I will do, if I don't get one on this line, and I'll just change this rig, I'll re-plumb it up, fish it probably for the last 40 minutes, bit of corn on the skimmer line that I'll be fishing. You know, be positive for the last hour, just see Dave catching fish over there, skimmers and all sorts. He's got a carp, he's doing alright. Good peg 10, bit of depth as well. Okay, that ain't happening. I'm gonna put me 14 on my 16. I'm gonna plumb up on me 14-16 joint and tap some corn in there, because I feel like I've got to catch a decent fish. I've got an hour to do it, so I'm going to go long over the other two lines. I might as well, I've got nothing to lose now. You know, you're at that point where, like, so I've probably done it earlier, if I'm honest. But I wanted to give myself a chance to do skimmers and stuff, which I haven't really said. So we're going to go long. Right, that's just a little bit. I'm going to go to that point there because I can see it better basically. I need to drop that half an inch and we're jolly good. Right, that's it. So in the pot is going to go a little bit of corn on yolk, putting in not many, 3 or 4 bits of corn, a few micros, and oh, basically that's what it's come down in. Hoping the roll is not quite right today. Just going to lay that across my leg. The other thing is by fishing this line, it's just past where I did feed a bit of ground bait earlier, so you never know. Only if a fish that might have backed off away from that line. Liam's got another fish on. Liam's beating me. 100%, you know, that's why I've got to do something. I'll do something positive. Well, switch the camera back on, I can't tell if it's working or not. We're literally got 10 minutes to go. I've not had another bite. Because looking around, it's like nobody's catching it. The only person I've seen catching is Dave Strat on 10. He's been catching a fair few skimmers and I think he's got a carp as well. So I think he's going to win the section. I can't see what 8's caught. He's got a carp as well. 10's got a carp, 8's got a carp, 5's got a carp, 18's got a carp. Liam's beating me, I think. He's had some better sized skimmers. I've just not been able to string any bites together. You know, Peg to my right, he was struggling like mad. He just had that one carp, but without that he's got nothing, you know. So it's carp bingo, isn't it? Basically, I've got 3 maggots on out here now, but I might as well just chat the tip out for the last 10 minutes, really. Start putting some stuff away. But so Louise is definitely beating me. She's one carp was bigger than anything that I've caught. I've got absolutely bugger all weight. Could end up being another disaster. Don't think I'm going to beat. I'll come last again actually quite easily today. So that would be no good for me. Throw away your worst result, but my worst result I was hoping was the last one, but could end up being this one. But such a topsy and turvy league, anything can happen, you know. Win your section on the next one, and win your section on the last 3, anything, you know, that'd be good. The lakes we're on, Willow, Kingfisher, Moorhen we've got left now. On on the F1 Lake, Heron Lake, the next match. just, it is what it is. I just cannot get a bite. It's just sitting there, and it's just like fed it, come off it, fed it again, come off it. What are we on now? 22 minutes. 10 minutes to go. Yeah, he's got another skimmer or a roach or something, so he's absolutely definitely trolled me now. He's getting some decent sized fish actually. I quite fancied one today. I wanted one or 18 if I'm honest. 118, 8 or 9 were my 118, 8 or 10. They were my picks for today. There we go. I never got them. Another skimmer's going to do me no good now whatsoever, so nothing to lose now. Just chuck this out and that's it. That's all we can do. Go home and kick this dog job. I'd never kick my dog. Never, never, never. Apple corn out to the island. Can't see anything move out there at all, but they're not going to be moving about much. Bit of a last chance saloon, really, isn't it? Very disappointed in today, to be honest. But then it was always going to be tough, so not much you can say really. Looking back, probably should have just carried on my strung out rig, pinging maggots, and just catching those roach. Just keep going with them. I reckon I might have ended up with 8 pound. And who knows, maybe I'd have caught a bit of fish in with them. Suddenly might have had a couple of better skimmers, only got 12-13 pound. I think that's where I've gone wrong. That's one thing that I would have changed today. I mustn't. I thought I was going to go out on those skimmer lines, tap Vincent Micros, a little tiny nugget of ground bait, and catch, pretty much straight away. And it hasn't happened. Well, it has happened. I've caught little skimmers on it straight away, and then F1. Then it just got worse. So I just feel like maybe just didn't quite, might have fed a little bit too much maybe, don't know, I really don't know. It's too late now trying to go out and strung rig and all that sort of stuff. don't quite know how that's got caught around my reel, but still. I'm going to chuck this out and then the whistle's going to go. Literally in the deeper water. Only we've got time to sink the line. Definitely messed up today. Should have carried on catching them ropes like Liam's catching. That's definitely something that I've done wrong today. Should have fished me a little lighter elastic, strung out rig, keep pinging maggots on that line. Never mind. Basically what I should have done is, when I was pinging maggots, that line there, should just keep doing it, flicking out a strung out rig, flicking them out, just catching them roach. Trouble is, as soon as I see a carp get caught, that's it, as soon as I saw a carp get caught, it's like, I've got to catch a carp. But, you know, now I'm saying that, I'm looking back and I'm thinking, well, not, you know, the only carp that have been caught have been like 8-pounders, so, and they haven't got a lot else to go with them. Well, I know Louise hasn't, and the guy next to me hasn't. And that's like, well, £8 of roach would have probably pushed their one carp. No, I've only got myself to blame really. Anyway, I'm going to get all this packed up. I will take a picture of the board. It's just a bit frustrating really. There we go. It's fishing, isn't it? I always say, you take your chance, don't you? Forget your peg, fish it as you see it. Right, I'm going to stop blabbering now, sign off and get packed up. Bye for now. Well, I'm still packing up, but peg 8's got 2 carp, one's a big one. Base Strat's got 1 carp, but apparently he's been catching skimmers all day long, so it'll be between them 2 for the lake. That's it off there. I mean, like I say, I know I'm going to come last, so well, I will sign off. I'll take a picture of the board as soon as I can. I just need to get everything away. Bye for now. Right, terrible bit of light. That was awful, basically. I made a mistake again. I realised that 4 or 5 carp had been caught. Thought to myself, got to try and catch a carp. Shouldn't have done that. Should have carried on just doing what I was doing, pinging maggots, trying to catch as many silvers as I could. I had 5 something. Liam only had £7. The guy that had a carp to my right only had £8. Could have definitely beaten those to weights today. It was a £19. I don't think I could have beaten that, but just felt like I came off my lines too quick when I was doing certain things. I should have stuck with something a bit longer. But you see people catch carp and you think, I've got to catch a carp. You know, you know 4 people have caught one, you feel like I've got to catch one. Anyway, I'm going to sign off and have a little update chat in the shed in a week about it. Alright, bye for now.